Okay, excellent. And I just have up a wall of Netrunner cards. That's exactly what we need. So yes, hello. This is like 5 years late.
Yeah, it really is.
Like, how long did we talk about trying to do this with like a webcam after?
Oh man, like
Like,
probably less than a year after we started, I would say.
yeah, I remember we like wanted to do something like that, but like couldn't really get things working, and then it just fell by the wayside. But yeah, hello. I'm here doing some Netrunner, and with me is Dakota, a
Hello.
good friend of mine who also plays a lot of Netrunner.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to kind of do a quick rundown on what the hell Netrunner is, and then just play some games. Like that's my plan, right? That's anything else you wanted to throw on it? Like,
Sounds good to me, man. Let's run the nets.
okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever. Yeah, it's true. I might not be very good at this one.
Yeah, you've only gotten one world champion title,
It's
so
true. I'm not Dan.
yeah.
but but yeah. So for those not familiar, Netrunner is a asynchronous card game. We have a lot of cards up here. What this means is that both players are playing completely different cards, completely different decks. One player is playing the corporation, the the big megacorp that is trying to complete these projects, these agendas for points in order to win the game. The other side is playing the runner, uh, a number of different factions here who are attempting to hack into the corporations and steal their agendas to win the game. But yeah, the basic concept is that uh, the corporation deck has these cards, these agendas, like accelerated beta testing here, and they're trying to score them by playing them out, defending them, putting counters on them, and scoring them for points plus effects. Whereas the runner, all they have to do is find them. All they have to do is touch them once, and they get to just steal them. It's great. So the first player to 7 points wins, and there's a lot of cards that get in the way of that. Corporations have defenses they can deploy, assets they can use for different effects, gaining money, or maybe, I'm trying to find another odd effect here. Gaining clicks. This game uses a bit of a different system where on your turn you just get a number of actions and can choose what to do with them. If you feel like you drawing cards, you can just use your actions to draw cards. If you feel like gaining credits, your money to play things, you can just gain money. Anyway, we should probably just jump on in.
Yeah,
So,
let's do it.
all right, what side do you want to roll as?
I can run first.
All right, you want to. Oh, for those not familiar, we're using a client called Jinteki.net. This is a website that just you can play Netrunner on for free. It's pretty rad.
It's actually really nice, yeah.
All right, and then I need to. What's the
Should be
word?
the same as previously, if you can still remember. Oh,
Mm,
it might be plural this time. It's crimes.
it's plural. Okay, aha. All right, I was like, what the heck? Didn't work. Okay, so
So yeah, choose our decks.
uh, so President Arc, that is not like there was a reboot between 1994 and 2012, but there wasn't a reboot, like a full reboot after. So like what we're playing now is like the game as it, both with the cards that did exist and the cards that exist thanks to the Nisei group. So
Yep. And they're doing really great work right now.
yeah, all right. I've got my corp deck set. So
All right, good to go.
yep, good to go. All right.
Ooh, Tenon. That's one I was
Yep.
looking at actually.
Okay, so let me quick run down what we've got here. We have the corp on the left. We are playing Jinteki, one of the four corporations. Jinteki tends to specialize in having a lot of traps, having a lot of dangerous ice that can kill its opponent or damage their cards out of their hand. Shaper is the runner on the right, which is the green. They tend to be able to build pretty powerful rigs of programs to allow them to, just kind of snowball through servers, in addition to a number of other things. Wu here, Cabanisa Wu here can use one of the runner's 4 clicks to search for a program and install it. But if that program's still in play, remove it from the game. Whereas Tenon Institute here, at the beginning of my turn, I can advance a card if the runner did not make a successful run, which is something we'll get to as well once we I'll keep this. This seems fine.
All right, I'm gonna take the mulligan.
Well, I'm playing my deck cannot contain my card. My card is a our colors vaguely congruent to Magic. Absolutely not. All right, you're taking your mulligan. All right. Is there a way to like make certain elements bigger in this? I wonder.
Yeah, if you zoom, just like a regular web page, it zooms pretty well.
Ah, there we go. Well, that got everything but the hand better.
Yeah,
That's
for some reason the hand is tiny. I'm not sure why
okay.
they did that.
That's fine. So I can still hover over the cards. So the corporation always starts at the start of the corp's turn. They draw a card and then they get 3 clicks, which is right here in the bottom left. The runner does not draw a card every turn, but they get 4 actions. So for my actions, I'm gonna go ahead and draw, and install a piece of ice on HQ. Alright, let me know how loud those noises are from the client as well. So, in this game, the runner, as you might guess, will be making runs at things either in play or places in the game. The runner can run at HQ, the hand, R&D, the deck, archives, the graveyard, or servers that contain cards. Alright, client could stand to be a little quieter, can do. Anyway, that's my turn. I am at 7 cards, so I have to discard down to 5, though. And you.
All right. Well, first things first, we're gonna make a run.
So yeah, for those, if anything is weird or doesn't make sense or there's a lot going on, just go ahead and ask. Me and Dakota here can always help. All right, so running at R&D, I have no defenses, so no action. The runner gets to look at the top card of R&D without my knowledge. If it is an agenda,
Ooh.
if it's an agenda, they steal it.
I'll
Ooh.
take that.
Ah, dang, my project. Okay. So if an agenda's found, they just get to steal it, and they got 2 points. That's 2 out of the 7 they need to win. All right.
Draw. Install Katie and then click
Hey,
Katie.
Katie. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and start up. Draw for 1. Click for a credit on 2. And install on R&D with this ice for 3.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, discard 1, pass. Again, my discards are face down until archives is checked, at which point all those cards will be revealed and such. So yeah, they have different names for the areas based on the sides. The corp has HQ, the hand, R&D, the deck, archives, the grave, and then for the runner, Okay, running archives. No action. You can access that.
Whoa.
You get a point, and you're taking a lot of blowback for it. So the breached dome has an effect when accessed, and while it's in archives, all cards are accessed on the run, which means
I'm gonna take some hits here.
yeah. So this card does 1 meat damage, which is a random discard from the opponent, and trash the top card of the stack, the opponent's deck. There's 2 of them, so we got rid of Diesel. What was from your hand, by the way?
Cyberdelia and multi-thread.
Multi-threader. Oh, multi-threader. Okay. Oh, thank you very much, Net Jogging. Yeah, I want to do more streaming of this. Can the other person see the chat? Yeah, Dakota can see the chat. But I mean, like, as long as you're not saying, like, yo, there's points somewhere. That's... But yeah, thank you. So that was your 1.
That was 1, yeah.
Okay.
I'll take a buck. I'll use Cabanisa to install self-modifying code.
Sure. And then so self-modifying code can sack to search for any program, and Cabanesa Wu here exiles the card if it's still in play, but self-modifying code just becomes anything. It's a pretty good combo.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Let's see.
The sheer level of jargon in this game make it hard to pick up. Yeah, there's a lot to, like, the fact that, again, we're using a lot of different heap, stack, grip. Okay, you're just getting Rizeki.
Yeah, I'll get Rizeki and put 3 more bucks on Katie Jones.
Alright. Start things up.
Yeah, both of the cards that I've played so far are pretty much just for getting money.
So I'm gonna go ahead and 2 credits and install an upgrade on R&D.
An upgrade.
An upgrade.
Alright, start my turn and gain $1 or a credit.
Yep.
Draw for 1. Draw for 2.
Okay. Guess the diamonds are credit. Yes, it says.
And I'll turn off your corp thing.
Oh. Okay. Yikes.
I can just sit back and relax.
Oh, that's rude as hell.
Yeah, usually Jens' deck would force me to make runs every turn to try to keep him from just getting free counters on cards, but luckily the card I just played just nukes his.
Yeah, so this goes away if I play my own current or if I score an agenda. Who runs this client? If the game is dead, the game is only dead in the sense that Fantasy Flight no longer controls the license. For instance, you might notice that, like, self-modifying code looks a little different than this other program in play. That's because Rizeki here is from Downfall, the first set put out by the Nisei group, a group of players that are trying to keep the game rolling even after its death, as it were.
Yep. Plus, this client was never actually endorsed by FFG in any way.
And credit.
Alright, throwing down some cards.
I have no idea what Wu's gotten in the deck. I did not build Wu here. I only built Tenon. Alright, ugh. So you get a buck every turn. So the programs here have like a little, so some numbers in the corner here. We have 2 as the cost. 1 is the amount of memory it uses. Self-modifying code uses 2. Rizeki uses 1. You have 4 as you're starting. So what do credits do? You use them for everything.
Alright, click 1, take 9 off Katie.
Okay. Multi-threader.
I think we're gonna go for it.
Oh, that's dreadful. Yep. You're multi-threader for paying. Yeah, no action. You want in?
Yeah, let's do it. Show me your snare.
Nope.
Whoa! All right, pass it back to you.
So, to explain why I had Philotic Entanglement in a remote there, in order to score an agenda, you need to have advancement counters on it equal to its advancement cost in the top right, which is an action. You pay one, you put a counter on it. So on my turn, I have 3 actions on my turn. If I start the turn with Philotic, Entanglement face down on the table, I can advance it 3 times and score it to get it, done.
Yeah, it's much more difficult for the corp to score points than it is for the runner, usually.
Yeah, and as for why I might do that, the current here is quite literally my entire deck is useless with that off.
Oh,
On
dang.
I'm trying to figure out where I can sneak a points through on you. Draw, and I'm gonna go ahead and play a hedge fund. So hedge fund, pay 5, gain 9.
I'm just putting money up.
All right.
Pass it back to you.
Um. All right.
All right, that's pretty aggressive. You might just be out of options and just throwing your points down out of desperation. Might also be a trap. Click one, I'll draw.
All right.
2, install a Cyberdelia.
Break all subs, gain 1. Okay.
3, install another Rizeki.
And that puts you at... You're out here.
Click Katie.
All right.
Whoa!
Hey.
What the heck is that?
Hi, how's it going?
Lord. Can't put that many cards in a server.
All right, so I've got this massive server that's got 3 cards in it. So to explain cards in a server, you can install a asset, agenda, or an upgrade in a server. But you can also have any number of upgrades in addition to like an asset or agenda. So these 3 cards mean that one of them could be an asset, agenda, or an upgrade, and 2 of them must be upgrades.
Alright, I'll draw for 1.
Okay.
Draw for 2.
Okay.
Alright, let's go for it. Rip Katie. Run your server.
All right. And a res key.
Okay, it's a code gate. I have only one icebreaker in play, and it technically can only break barriers, but it also has the ability to turn ice into barriers, which is
Yeah.
very useful.
So ice have three general types: code gates, sentries, barriers. Barriers stop you, sentries wreck you, and code gates do weird things. And then breakers are the same way. There's barrier breakers, fractors, sentry breakers, killers, and code gate breakers. What the hell's a code gate breaker called?
It's a decoder.
Decoder? Okay.
I think I'm just gonna let this fire.
Alright. So, fire the side game. All of that is roll a d6. So, there's a number of cards that work like this in Jinteki, where you and the runner both spend credits away. And if you call it correctly, things happen. On this one, if I call it the same as the runner, nothing happens. If I don't, they just have to draw 2 cards. Okay, so you get 2 cards. Oh, I gotta.
Let's keep going.
We'll do the
All right, net damage.
net damage, and then we're moving on. Okay, and we got rid of Surfer and another Diesel. All right. Next up, Ice Wall.
Hey,
What's up?
that'll break pretty easily.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I spent real credits on that. I should have.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
There we go.
Cool. I'm gonna res Marcus Batty.
Oh, all right.
So the way Marcus Batty here works, in addition to being having some great art, is that I trash Batty to get a one-shot attempt at just having a ice run its subroutine. If I can get a different number than what the runner chooses on the side game. So,
All right, let's do this.
I'm really bad at these against you. I know this.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely horrible at side games against you specifically. All right.
There we go. You did it. So yeah, the end the run sub fires and the run ends.
Yep. So end the run. You get knocked out. That was click 4.
Yep, my discard down to 5. Pass it back to you.
All right. Start. I draw. I'm going to. Where's my. So, as I have 3 actions, I'm going to advance this card 3 times. The roll of d6 is literally pick a random option there, yes. And then I can score. Medical breakthrough.
Yeah, all right. Seems good.
As medical breakthrough, normally it would cost 4 to score, but it's 1 less for each medical breakthrough already around. That's my turn. Ugh, God damn it. All right. We're still live. That's what matters. Thanks, Marcus. Okay.
Getting in. Whoa!
Hi.
Hey.
All right, so I've got DNA tracker, which is huge. You can break it. It just costs you a very large chunk of your cash.
Yep, and we're gonna do that.
So ice, in order to res ice when it's encountered, you pay its cost in the upper left. Once it's paid, uh, it's face up. I don't have to spend 8 again. It's just that is an investment made.
Yeah.
So,
Whereas each time the runner makes a run on R&D, I have to encounter that ridiculously huge piece of ice.
yep. Alright, so you break everything.
Yep. Spend 2 to make a barrier. Spend 3 to give my breaker plus 6 strength to bring it to 8, and then 2 more to break also.
Alright.
We'll continue running.
No actions. So you'll see, like, the cheap ice I'm using has tiny effects, whereas the big ice I am using is a... Oh, it's my Jinja City Grid, yep. Oh, God. I'm scared you're just gonna win off this. 2 cards off the top of the deck. We're good?
Nope, you're safe.
We're good, alright. Huh. I'm going to credit, preemptive.
Ooh, alright.
And we're gonna choose... So preemptive is, I can only play it as my final action in the turn. Shuffle 3 cards from archives into the deck. Let's go with that. Face down, hedge fund, baddie.
Ah, so you were hiding one. Probably.
I might have kept a hand that had a few points in it.
Yeah, you didn't even take your mulligan.
Yeah, the runner only needs to equal strength. So, like, DNA Tracker has 6 strength. Lamb here can get up to that. But its only thing that pumps its strength is plus 6 strength, meaning that it costs a lot to get rolling. Or, like, it can't, like, you know, pay 1 to get plus 2. You gotta go all in on it. Alright. Oh, I need to discard another Katie. Yep, so...
Yeah, we're digging here.
Let's... Uh-huh. Credit, hedge fund.
Oh, that's right. You were like broke after resing that ice.
Yes, I was! Oh, a little bit. Yeah, the answer for why no ice wall advance is this here.
Oh, oh,
For those asking that question, there is an answer.
interesting. I didn't even notice that. You put the counter on the wrong piece of ice.
I did.
Silly gens.
Why would I do such a thing? You have a lot of...
Oh, that's
I think
supposed to
you're
be
over...
hosted on the Leprechaun there.
Oh, okay, so how do you...
There we go.
There you go. You just have to put it over there. Leprechaun can host 2 things.
I'll put 3 more on Katie and pass it over.
Alright. Let's go ahead and... Oh, nope, that's not what I want.
Usually, advancing ice does nothing. Some ice do get stronger.
Okay. This is me resing end step.
The Jinja? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And we will put a counter on that. Let me draw.
That's when you draw, you can reveal it and install it. Yeah.
I'll show you an ice.
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm.
draw for 1. So, Tithonium here is another huge one up my sleeve. Draw here. Draw again.
Ooh, okay.
And IPO. IPO has to be your last action. It's pay 8, gain 13.
That was a pretty solid turn.
What does advancing ice do anyway? Some ice have abilities that care about it. Ice Wall here has an ability that cares about being advanced. Some cards care about advanced cards, and so forth. But yeah, Ice Wall is the only card I haven't played that cares about it. So we'll see how that plays. Okay, feeling at least
Installing SMC on the
on the
Leprechaun.
on the Leprechaun.
And we'll click Katie and pass it back.
All right, and we will. Yeah, let's advance the Ice Wall. Okay. Right. Draw for 1. Install
Card in HQ, man.
card on HQ. Credit. Pass.
Alright.
Yeah, I anything I can, me or Dakota can help with, a number of people can help with, that'll, we're all happy to assist.
So click 1, draw, click 2, rip 9 off Katie.
Oh dear.
We're gonna check out HQ.
Roto Turret?
Roto Turret. God, what breakers do I even play in this deck?
And then, give me a moment here. Because you got your SMC. You have no clone chip in play. Yeah. 6 points is 6 of 7. Any additional point will end the game. And yeah, I realize that it's hard to ask when you don't even have a baseline for it. Yeah, let's go ahead and.
I'm using the SMC, but
Oh, okay.
we can resolve this first.
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
I'm not firing at your SMC, so that's alright. God damn it. I will never be able to beat you on one of those.
So I used SMC
Yep.
and then hit cancel, but now SMC's gone and I don't have a card, so I should maybe use it
Yeah,
again.
use it again here. That's fine. I interrupted in the middle of your SMC, so. Yes, that's money.
Actually, not sure how to accomplish that.
Can you grab the SMC from, or can we undo actions until we get back to?
Maybe, but we're in the middle of our run, so it's kind of complicated. I wonder if I can just pull it from my. No, it doesn't look like it. Shoot.
Oh, we get to. Because if we do. Yeah, try undoing the full click. Okay.
Okay, so that sets us way back.
That's fine. Like, I just fire the baddie, it fails. Like, I can just trash the baddie.
Okay,
Like,
so I'll start the run over
okay,
then.
so start the run. We'll move back to where we were.
Running HQ, res roto, yep, and then fire the baddie immediately.
Yep, fire baddie, zero on baddie. Yeah, I kind of wish you could. I don't know if there's an extension for that within. Okay, so now go ahead and use your.
All right, using SMC for.
What do we actually got? Oh, the moving one. Okay. So yeah, the balance of the game is that I have control of like the defenses. All like it does like immediately feel like, oh wow, like, well, I can't believe the. Oh, are you overmemmed right now?
I was over man, so
Okay.
I used the 2 credits from Ultra to pay for the SMC and then just over.
Okay, all right. Well, you've got 3 copies of freaking Rizeki in play, so you'll be fine.
Yeah. So I'll pay 1 to break 2 subs.
Okay. No action. You're in.
Yeah, seems about right.
Yep. So you get to learn why the heck I've been advancing random cards. Is the only win-con points you can run the so there's a couple others. If the runner ever takes damage, which is discarding cards at random from their hand, and cannot discard, they die. If the corp runs out of cards in deck, they lose. What does the runner get to do since they access HQ? They get to look at access a random card in the hand. So you can see these 5 cards in the bottom left. They get to just choose one at random. Yeah, it's fail to discard or fail to draw. Like if you are ever overkilled is what gives it. You don't lose as the runner if you run out of cards in deck. You lose if you run out of cards in hand and then take damage. So, yeah, let's go ahead and start. One draw. Do hedge fund 3 IPO.
All right, you got money.
Get paid. Yeah. So, but the main win condition is scoring 7 points. Either the runner stealing them or the corporation scoring them. All right. Yeah, you've got a pretty good position here. That's nice.
All right, so click 1. We're gonna install SMC on Leprechaun.
Sure.
Click 2. We're gonna scavenge,
What are you getting rid of?
sacrificing the SMC I just installed to install a Surfer onto the Leprechaun.
Okay.
Click 3. We're gonna draw.
Okay.
We're gonna run R&D. It's time to surf your ice. Alright, I'll make a game barrier.
Okay.
I'll use Surfer.
Okay.
I'll use Surfer again.
Yep, swapping.
And then I will pump and break.
Yeah, so this is the run I can't stop at the moment. Or if I wanted to, I would have had to have thrown down resed a much more expensive. So yeah, running R&D lets the runner access the top card of R&D with R&D interface. It's the top 2. All right, no action. You're in. Yep, no actions. 2 cards at random.
There it is.
Ah, damn.
Good game, good game.
Yeah, the early start crushed me very hard. Like the current specifically was very hard to recover from.
Yeah, plus your deck just coughed up like 6 points in the first 3 turns. So.
All right, excellent.
Cool.
Yeah,
Wanna
2 is a lot more than 1, ain't it? Yeah, let's go ahead and do another one here. Do we have to leave and go back into the room to restart?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right.
Are we gonna switch sides?
Yeah, let's go ahead and switch sides here.
All right, game set up.
All right. Jump on in. And I'm going to play V3. All right. Ooh, Near Earth Hub. All right. So, the deck I am playing here is Lisa Talking Thunder. The first time you make a successful run on a central server each turn, draw 2 cards and take 1 tag. Near Earth Hub, first time you create a server, draw a card each turn. How does winning a match work? You play both sides once, and if you split, you split. There's no... What do tags do? That's an excellent question. Tags allow certain cards to be on for the corp, as well as their ability to trash resources.
Yep, certain very deadly cards.
The 50-15 is deck building restrictions. So 50-15 is 50 deck size minimum, 15 influence. Influence is in the bottom right-hand corner. It is this little number on this card, so you can see there's 1 here, 4 or 3 here, 4 here. You don't have to pay influence for cards in your faction or neutral, but outside of faction you do, and it lets you kind of build towards your weaknesses to cover them. Near Earth Hub here has a 45 deck size and a 17 influence amount. 15 is the normal, 45 is the normal for the 2.
You know, why did they give Near Earth Hub 17 influence?
I have no idea. The card's maybe the best, like, until controlling the message, it was the best ident, but
yeah,
it got to be better than, like, weird. I'll try this. So influence limits the amount you can splash from out of faction. Yes. So, like, if I wanted to play a 4 influence card from out of faction, you know, I'd have to pay 4 influence for 1 copy, 8 for 2, etc. All right. So, yeah, Near Earth Hub here. Server card. Cool. Yep. Okay. Let's, True Gamble 1. Run R&D 2.
Yep, that's fine.
So I access this. Now, Dakota doesn't get to know what this card is, and I can... Cards with a little trash icon in the bottom right, I can choose to pay that cost to trash it anytime I access it. That's fine. 3, let's run HQ.
I will res the tour guide.
Oh god. Okay. And the run for each asset you have rezzed, huh?
And I suppose probably res an
Yeah, you
asset.
probably want to res an asset if you want that thing to function, or else I'm getting in.
So I will also res the Maryland campaign.
Sure. Okay. So you bumped me with it. So
Oh, okay.
you gotta...
There we go.
And click 4. Run your Maryland campaign.
Yeah.
I'm here for your money. So I'll pay for
Take
you
it,
for that
it's
shit.
yours.
It's yours, my friend. I'll end, and I'm gonna discard crowdfunding.
Alright. Start turn.
Yep, and you get to draw a pretty good card, I suppose.
I actually shuffled after you accessed, so you don't know
Oh,
what I did.
yeah! You don't get to draw your other Maryland campaign. Eat it.
Or do I?
Eat it. Sure, another server. Oh. Another server, gain a buck. Alright, so you got $2. 2 trucks.
Chat wants you to raid me.
That'll happen sooner or later, I'm sure. Click 1 R&D.
Alright, yeah, you got it.
Okay, alright. Click 2. HQ.
Yeah.
You, resin something to stop me?
Are you gonna, like, install any cards ever, maybe?
Why would I do that? Have I ever told you my theory about the perfect win for the runner is controlling no cards?
Yeah, I mean, if you use all of your resources by the end of the game, you should have no cards in play, right?
Okay.
But, so I'm gonna res the advanced assembly lines to give it 1 sub.
Okay.
Alright, I actually gotta fire it.
Yep. That's annoying. Because if I run at that, you just trash it. Actually, no, you can't use that during a run. Sweet. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, okay, if you want to trash it, that's fine. I got no problem with that.
Okay. And then... You still have a server 4. Oh, thank you for the bits, KP.
Criminals doing crimes. Dirty Laundry R&D. Didn't you already get in there once?
I did, but I need to run 3 times.
Alright. You can check out server 1 if you haven't seen that one yet.
I'm good, thanks. I don't want the server to, like, blow up when I try to run at it. I'll run at your servers later. I just want the crowdfunding. If you make 3 successful runs in a turn, crowdfunding reinstalls itself. Crowdfunding gives you $1 for 3 turns and then draws a card on death. Another remote. Oh god, that one's like off screen somewhere. There we go. Other remotes. Oh my god! Whatever!
Throwing down some remotes. You can't score agendas if you can't find them.
Oh my god. Click 1. Run R&D.
You got it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Click 2.
Oh,
$4
yeah.
bucks.
Don't actually have $5. I can take the bad pub.
Got him! Alright, I get a bad pub, which is a fake credit every run.
Yep, bad pub is called bad pub because it's really bad for the corp.
3, let's go ahead and...
Running Maryland. Oh, come on.
Yep.
Going right for the money.
I will crush your money at all times.
I'll keep shuffling back in.
Alright, click 4, I'm gonna play a rogue trading. So, one of the things that tags do, tags allow the corporation to pay 2 if you are tagged and trash a resource for a click. Bad publicity is a credit I get on a run. It's like a fake free credit every time I make a run. It doesn't stack up. It doesn't keep rolling. It just is there.
Alright, I'm gonna res a Jeep.
Oh god. All right.
I'm gonna click for credits 3 times.
Sure.
Since I did the same action 3 times in a row, I get a bonus click with which I will trash your rogue trader.
Okay.
End the turn.
Okay. Well, I know what my first action basically every turn is here. On R&D.
Yep, seems good.
Okay. How do we want to deal with this? Do that on 2. Sure, why not?
Stim hack. Whoa. All right.
So Stim Hack gives you 9 credits on a run, but you take a brain damage at the end of it. I'm using it to just crush this Jeeves because I don't want to pay money for it. And I discard my legwork. Legwork runs HQ and accesses 3 cards instead of 1.
Glad to see that gone.
Click 4. Let's. No, click 3. Sweet. I'm gonna get in here, damn it.
Boy.
Oh, I can tell you. I can tell you all. Things like that. I'm on the runner, so it's a lot easier for me to tell you about strategy than.
I'm not gonna resonate them.
Yes,
So
yes. Oh my god, I'm in. Okay, fine. I made it into your hand.
you did it.
Nope. Sorry, the bot doesn't like links. Let's try it.
Whoa.
Are you resting something now?
Hmm. Yeah, you might have got me that time.
Embezzle makes a run on HQ. Okay, DBS.
All right. Does it fire? I'm assuming.
Yeah, you get to. I was gonna have to discard down there anyway, so. Daily business show lets the corporation here draw 2 and bottom of deck 1 of the drawn cards. It's extremely powerful.
And it stacks very well as well.
Yep. Oh my god, you're just.
I don't need ice. I'm just gonna keep putting cards down.
Sure, whatever.
Okay, maybe it needs some ice.
Okay, I get my final card off of that. 1, rogue trading. 2 and 3, click off rogue trading. 4, run DBS.
Yep.
So my strategy with this deck is to be very aggressive without, like, you'll notice, like, with the last deck, Dakota's previous deck was all about, like, installing this, like, setup, this rig that would, allow him to bypass anything. I'm here to crush whatever I can find,
Mhm.
I'm keeping Dakota at, like, 2 credits continuously. My card is here is Lisa Talking Thunder. Sure.
All right, gain a credit and discard down to 5.
Okay. Pull. Take a tag. Run at server 8.
This is like the 4th time you've ran this asset this game.
Yep. So that shuffles back in. And then run at R&D. IP block. When the runner encounters IP block, give him or her a tag if there's an installed AI. Trace 3 if successful. Give the runner a tag. End the run if the runner is tagged.
And I believe you are tagged, correct?
I am a little tagged right now. You're correct.
All right, good.
Yeah, so that...
So fires?
Fires, yep. Sure.
3. You want to boost?
No, I'm good. I'll take it. I'll take the tag. Alright, booted. It's turn. Oh, crap.
Res Rashida.
Yeah, Rashida here is 0 to res. If you find Rashida, Rashida's very easy to trash. She's 1 to trash, but at the beginning of the turn, she goes away to draw 3 and gain 3 credits.
Alright, install on new server.
Uh-huh.
Res turtlebacks.
Oh my god, okay.
Install on new server.
Uh-huh.
Install on new server.
Uh-huh. To me?
I got discard on a 5 here.
Server 11, server 12.
I have a couple servers here, alright?
Some servers. It's fine. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
I want to force you to install at least one breaker this game.
Maybe. If I trash all your assets, tour guide doesn't do anything.
This is true.
Alright, I'm gonna run server 10.
Alright, you get in.
Trash it. Going to run archives.
Oh no.
There's 3 face downs in there, so...
No.
Hey! There's Project Beal in there. Steal it.
Got one.
Ooh! Install Paragon. Paragon here. First time you make a successful run, gain a credit and scry 1. And we're gonna run at server 11.
Sure. Yep, trash Maryland. Oh, and it's not res, I don't shuffle it, that's right.
Yep.
It's alright, it's not worth 2 credits to shuffle it back in.
And I'll discard... Mina, and we'll install crowdfunding. Hell yeah. Look, what are icebreakers? I've never heard of those. I've installed a computer. Paragon here is pretty good. The cool thing about Paragon is that I can choose... Oh, you actually had a...
Should probably just for that event.
Well, now that I'm in a mood to trash all your servers, yeah.
Right, now that you're actually running, I should probably get that out of
I was gonna run the rest of your servers on my turn, so...
I had a feeling, Alright,
I'm gonna go ahead and... Trade Rogley. Run HQ. Big psychographics ain't happening with 1 credit. Yes!
Come on in, buddy.
Okay.
Nothing to hide.
Successful run. I'm going to choose Paragon's trigger to resolve. Hmm.
Ooh, you see the psycho.
Uh-oh. Hmm. All right.
Chat's starting to give me too much info for your hand.
I don't. What are you talking about? There's no. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't just draw a certain card.
A certain card with a certain person's face on it.
Right, and I didn't just install a breaker for that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hmm.
Hmm. Nice hand you got there. Be a shame if it were to
For
disappear.
to go on top of R&D.
Yeah. Yeah, if I install Turtle, IP block will tag me. You're right. This is kind of bad. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Psycho ain't gonna do anything. Oh, you actually had an agenda down there? Or maybe you just want to recur some,
Yeah, 3
Okay.
face-up cards.
Alright, alright. Um...
Feeling pretty poor right now as the corp.
Hot Pursuit. Let me in!
Oh, res the Yamani.
Alright, I'll break the subroutine then.
Alright, come on in.
So that's agenda scored or stolen. You can bounce things, sure. Or you can trace to bounce things. So, continue. Successful run, 1,000 triggers, Paragon, yes. No, we want that. Oh, shit!
Luckily, I'm out of money.
Okay, you can't, what trace does, when a trace happens, the trace starts at whatever the base value is. So the trace X would be the advancement requirement of the agenda. And then the corp can spend any amount of money to pump it. Then the runner can spend to match it. The ability will go off, be successful if the runner does not match it or beat it.
Yep,
Alright.
and each runner has a base link strength too. Lisa starts at 0.
Mm-hmm. Well, I kinda just wanna...
Wow, you are just pursuing me.
I've been kinda waiting to walk in on this. Not gonna lie.
Come on in. Yep.
I need... This is a lot of money. Degree mill.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
As an additional cost, shuffle 2 installed cards into the stack, huh?
You actually installed cards, damn it.
Shit, how am I supposed to steal this? If you... Well, let's shuffle the crowdfunding in, and we'll shuffle our console in.
Yep, you got it. Alright, I'll fire Amani. Base 5.
And I'll match that.
Huh, seems good.
Okay. Um... you know,
Oh boy, here it comes. Yep.
what's up? Put your hand on top of your deck.
Man, this card is so unfair. Who made this?
Yeah, bring us up to and... Bop. Throw all that away.
I don't actually want any of these cards though, that's the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, but now you have to draw them all. Enjoy your crappy hand. Here's the secret about my card, for those who aren't familiar with the game of Netrunner. I think I'm the only person in the universe who's ever played it. That's sort of the secret of the card. Okay. God, trash 2 installed cards. How am I supposed to, like, steal degree mills under normal circumstances? Sure, you can have all the money in the world. Okay. Let's go bust up server 1.
Yeah, you got it.
Trash that, get my money back. Let's run at HQ. You have no cards to access, but this still draws me 2 cards, which makes it a more valuable action than anything else I can do.
Man, it's still click for draw too. That's pretty good.
Oh no, I took a tag. Oh, that's bad.
Uh-oh. Another Paragon.
And let's run archives.
No more action. You can go in.
Cool. Oh, Archangel and hard-hitting. Oh, really? Hard-hitting news? You didn't want that one?
Yeah, 4 more tags just didn't seem that good.
Okay, well, that's fine.
It's kind of weird.
I get you. Alright, I hope you're ready for the dumbest move next turn.
Bring it on.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and run HQ.
Yeah. No more action.
Okay. So bankroll, Paragon, use Paragon. Nothing on that. Alright, I'm going to... use my bankroll.
Oh, hey, there's some names that I recognize from Netrunner in here. Cool. What's up, guys? Hey, Dodge Pong.
Yeah, glad to see... So we're gonna get our money. I'm going to play Counter Surveillance. The way Counter Surveillance works is... click make a run, or click sack make a run. If successful, instead of accessing, pay X to access up to X cards from the server. X is the number of tags you have.
This card is just too perfect.
So,
oh my god.
we're gonna run R&D.
Oh god, no!
IP block will give me a tag. So it gives me a tag. Break.
Here it comes. Oh shit.
Continue. And then do I just hit successful on this?
This is where you just pay 16, right? And end the game?
Yep.
16 cards.
16.
Alright, here we go.
So, I'm going to access 16 cards from the deck.
That's a pretty good way to use those tags.
Hard-hitting news, okay. Card from the deck, Maryland campaign, okay. Card from the deck. Okay, that's fine. You're right, if I would have let it fire, I could have accessed 17. Card from the deck, okay, that's fine. Card from the deck, alright, yep, that's cool. Card from the deck, alright, yep, that's fine. Card from the deck.
Oh my
yep,
god.
yep, that's fine. Card from the deck, yep, cool. Card from the deck. Yep, that's fine. Card from the deck. Yep, that's cool. Card from the deck.
If you don't hear, I
Uh-huh.
swear.
Card from the deck. Yep, that's good. Card from the deck. Yep, that's fine. Card from the deck. Hey! On which axis is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Axis 13.
Got it. Nice. Woo! Dang, if you weren't playing that card though, I would have been safe for like 10
10
turns.
million rounds. You would have just been like, oh, I'm going to build up everything, and I would have trashed it all, and then we would have sat here and...
So looking at the stats for that game, Corp gained 22 credits, Runner gained 102 credits. I think maybe those extra 80 credits might have gotten you there.
How about cards accessed? All right, but yeah. So here's the strength of Lisa. Lisa is extremely good if your opponent does not have some specific cards that might get you for being tagged. If you take a look at our friend here, this is the most common card that will murder you. It's called High Profile Target. Play only if the runner is tagged. Do 2 meat damage, which is discard 2 cards at random. For each tag the runner has, just each. And as I mentioned, if you can't discard the amount of cards, you die.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The other cards that might do that are Boom! Exclamation point, where Wizard is getting shot by a damn missile. Yeah, it's very hard to discard 34 cards, yes. So this deck is elementally weak. It has its matchups that it has a lot of trouble winning, but it also rules. All right, I want to do a different corp. I have a different corp I want to...
All right, sure.
Give a run down. All right, so... Leave that one. Yeah, so tag... So, let me talk a little bit more about tags, because I had a lot of tags, and I was like, well, what the heck do tags do? There's a lot of cards in the game that work off of tags. One of the cards that our friend Dakota here had in their deck was Psychographics. Psychographics, you can pay X is equal to or less than the number of tags the runner has, to advance a card X times. This, in combination with the agenda they had, Project Beal. Project Beal is worth an additional agenda point for each 2 extra advancement counters on it. So, well, when I steal it, it's only ever worth 2, but when the corp scores it, if they overscore it, it can be worth 3, 4, 5, 6, even more points. Of course, Dakota would need, what is it, 12?
Actual credits to do that,
like
yeah.
$12 to do that.
Yeah, and you played really well keeping me off my assets. I mean, that's basically the only way that I have to gain credits. The deck doesn't even play hedge funds.
Oh, heck. I really like the thing that made it work there was, oddly enough, your tour guide, because you would have to res things to bump me, and then I would know what I have to go trash, you know?
Yeah, luckily it was typically just like a Maryland,
Right.
which usually paid out right away.
Alright, so I'll corp on this one here.
Alright, game setup.
Alright, so I'm going to be playing a different deck myself here. This
Me
one,
too.
This one should be interesting. I haven't played this one at all. It's
Same. These are all completely new decks to me too.
A lot of these are completely new things to us. The Tenon deck I played earlier was the first time I got to give it a run. Oh, Nat. Alright.
Interesting.
So, Gagarin Deep Space. As an additional cost to access a remote server, the runner must pay 1. And then, Nat here, when your turn begins, if you have 2 or fewer cards in grip, oh yeah, please, gain 1.
You're not gonna try to kill me.
Yeah, let's... Mulligan. So you get a free mulligan. That's just how this game operates, is you get 1 free mulligan. And you have to keep your second hand. So... Nat is a kid. One of a kind. He's a natural. All right.
It makes me think of the kid from Stranger Things.
Indeed. Um. Let's just do what we do.
All right.
Okay. Oh God! Money, 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 money. Who or what is Ice indeed? I don't know. I've never heard of Ice.
Now it's my turn to trash your assets. Ha 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 ha.
Okay. All right. Let me math this quick. Okay. Yep, that's fine.
Ooh, all right. Gonna tutor something.
Hmm. Good question here. Netrunner is a game about installing and resing turtlebacks. Indeed.
That's a pretty good way to describe it, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah, I'm aware that it's Bigfoot. I'm trying to like figure out what I want to do in response without that. Then, because I can't grab like another I can't grab another start a turn thing. Otherwise, I think I could kill you.
Oof, all right.
Oh, heck no. No. That's not where I want that. Oh, heck.
You gotta do undo hyphen click.
Does that work at beginning of...
Oh,
Okay.
I guess I'm not sure.
Damn it.
Looks like I just reset the
Yeah,
board state.
so you run at turtlebacks. That was 4 here.
Oh, it's my last
Yeah, it's
click.
your
Oh,
last
wow.
click, because that was beginning a turn before click. Yeah, let me hover over this name here. Oh, I can't hover over it. And you'll see that I've played 4 games on this client, so I'm still getting used to it. So no action, you trash that, we do this again. So, Turtleback's new remote. Oh, undo prompt will let me, okay, that's...
Oh, there it is.
Paywall
The
implementation.
paywall.
Paywall's up. Sorry about the link thing. Again, that's Nightbot will hit you for links, so
I want to see if you're actually gonna kill me.
come on in. The water's just fine.
Oh, shit, you weren't kidding.
Ready for murders.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And of course, because of your ident, it costs me an extra 1 each time I want to access a card in your remote. So I'm not going to be able to run it all over like you were, as Lisa.
Alright. One draw. Two draw. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, paywall is anytime the runner makes a successful run, I get paid. Currents go away if the runner either plays their own current, their world enchantments, or the runner steals an agenda. It's fine.
You trash that.
Ugh, damn. Okay.
Discard the Black Orchestra.
Okay. Black Orchestra is an icebreaker that you can play from the grave. One draw. Two draw. Three draw.
Alright, click one, we'll inject. Draw a bunch of cards.
Yep, so inject reveals the top four, and programs go to the grave and gain a buck. The rest go to hand. So Hippo can trash ice that get broken. Page lets you search whenever you play a card, search for all copies of it and discard them. Turning Wheel gives you extra accesses, and Labor Rights is recursion. Hydride found it. Page. Sure.
Page, trashing page.
Uh-huh. Real play. And Hippo. Hippo. Sure. What's up?
Good old Rashida.
Alright. Draw. Discard and discard.
Alright, last two off of daily. Click one, we'll install Turning Wheel.
Yep.
Two R&D.
Nothing.
Run archives.
Nothing.
Oh. Yep.
So SDS drone deployment is a 5-point or a 3-point agenda, 5 advancement, that in order to steal, you have to trash an installed program.
And I don't have any.
And Nat here is running dark. Okay. All right. So you have no link.
Nope.
So SIU is an asset that says that when your turn begins, you can trash it to initiate a trace to give the runner a tag.
Oh, okay.
So it's one to trash. It's super, you know.
Pretty
So
flimsy.
so I need to pump up to 7.
Okay, I am tagged.
So you are tagged. I'm going to res Zealous Judge.
Yeah,
Zealous
there it
Judge
is.
can only be rezzed while the runner is tagged. Click in a buck, tag the runner. Click in a buck, tag the runner. Click in a buck, tag the runner.
Uh-oh,
And
starting to feel a little nervous
you've
here.
got 3 tags on you, huh?
Yeah.
And
And dead.
then we just murder you in plain view.
But I was only a child.
No. Corp doesn't care. Corp will murder anybody.
Good game,
Yeah,
man. That's rough.
so kill decks are real. Is what I want to put in this. Is why I built this. Is I wanted to show off that kill decks are pretty legit. There are a lot of different ways to do them. Hard hitting news is one of them. This was another one.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty cool way to do it.
Yeah.
I think that was a pretty cool deck.
So. And the turn. Yeah. Because, like, none of those actions I can take. Like, I can't. I needed you to be poor enough to not be able to contest it.
Right. Yeah, I actually forgot that was a card, the like cheaty tag
Yeah,
asset.
the sea source on the ground.
Hmm.
See, that was my tutor target for a tech startup. Did it not tell you that?
Oh, it might have, and I might have just not even looked at the chat.
Yeah, reveal. Yeah, because it does reveal. So,
Ah, shoot. Well, if I was paying more attention, I definitely would have run and trashed that.
all right, want to do one more? Or
Sure, yeah.
all right, what side do you want to run on? If you want to run again, or if you want to corp, let me.
I'm
What do
gonna
you
go my
feel?
deck. Let's see. Do you have a second runner?
I don't have a second runner at the moment, although I could build one.
That's fine. Here, I have a deck.
Okay. I only at the moment have Lisa, because that's the one I'm actually testing for the upcoming other events we're going to.
Right. It just feels a little dirty
I
picking a
know.
deck that has high profile target in it
I mean, you can
against
do
Lee.
it.
I mean, I can't, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem very fun.
I think it's funny as hell. Like round 4 of the tournament last weekend, when my opponent just was like, draw a card, draw a card. Oh, I guess high profile target you, and I'm like, yep, that murders me on turn 3. That is the price I pay playing this deck. It's
All right, we'll give this one a shot.
all right. What side are you on?
I'm corping.
All right. Do you have the? Yeah,
It's up now.
there we go. Yeah, again, I hope that we're able to try to clear up a lot of the things that are going on in this game, because there's a lot of things going on.
Yeah, I mean, this is a fairly complicated card game as far as card games go.
Yep.
I think, anyways.
Like the fact that the runner and the corp are playing 2 different games is pretty.
Right.
The outfit.
But even just like in terms of like the action space, I think compared to a lot of other card games, like every single action you take, you have so many choices for things that you could do that could lead to perfectly valid lines of play.
Yeah.
I think the game is very cool in that aspect.
The thing that I always love playing this is that you generally are planning out the game something like 3 or 4 turns minimum ahead, and like more sometimes depending on what things are like. It's okay, hedge fund, and really
Go ahead.
hi
Come on in.
bulwark. When you res bulwark, take a bad pub, trash a program, corp gains 2 in the run, corp gains 2 in the run. Yeah, sure, that's like a card, I suppose.
Take all my money.
No, I wish I was holding that. On the other hand, I had it in there, but I didn't think it had enough actual money cards in it. Um, Bulwark. No, nothing else. Let's see what the hell your ice is. Fuck off. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Wraparound. Yeah, when you access HQ, you can see one random card, not your choice. Generally, you roll a dice and just pick one.
All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Alright, I only got one tag, so... Yeah, wraparound is a way to... So, wraparound has 7 strength unless there is an actual fracture barrier breaker. There are a lot of ice in this game that punish AI breakers. AI breakers can break anything, tend to be less, Sure, you got... Oh, okay, that's just a different art on
Or
Hostile.
the hostile. Yeah,
Okay,
it's the new art.
what the hell? I don't recognize that, but no, that's Hostile. Okay. So Hostile
Yeah.
Takeover, win scored, gain 7, and take a bad pub, which gains another 3 for your deck. You have 15 credits. Shit.
Yep. And yeah, so this is a 2-1, so that means that I can play it and score it on the same turn.
Yeah, so it's worth 1 point. Alright, let's see what the hell's happening.
Come on in.
Walking in the house. Sure.
Starting to get an idea of the cards in my hand. Yep.
Give me a... Diversion of Funds is a fairer account siphon. It's a double action. It doesn't tag you for it, and you just steal the 5 rather than Account Siphon, which was 0 cost, steal 5, gain 10, and take 2 tags.
That card was insane. I was actually wondering the other day, like, what credit cost amount would make Account Siphon fair, do you think?
Well, I think if it was okay, either you make it the old Account Siphon from the original game, which stole $1 and gave you 10.
Yeah, I mean that's one way you could do it. I was just thinking like if all you were gonna change was the cost, like what would it need to cost for it to be fair? Like I was thinking 5 or maybe even 6 credits, because you still net profit on it, and the corp still net loses on it.
6 would be kind of lame, because then you basically would go nothing. Yeah, you're up. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just thinking about right, Amakua. So Amakua here is an AI breaker. It can break anything, but generally, AI breakers are weaker, or have some sort of, like, thing that they need to do in order to... Oh my god.
Here we go.
Getting in your hand. Okay, so you didn't install Tithonium. That means that's probably Bulwark? Hmm. Could probably get in that server if I want. Question is that worth my time? Let's learn more. Arc Lockdown.
Hmm.
That's gonna be annoying. Name a card in the heap. Remove all copies of it from the game, huh? Alright. You're up. So, like, the worst I think you can do is score an Atlas with no counter on me. Crowdfunding ain't going away quite yet. Don't you worry. Okay, this is you scoring an Atlas. Yep,
Yep.
Atlas.
Taking
Okay.
the points.
Yeah, it ain't worth trying to fight me over it if I actually do. Okay, so my crowdfundings go. Click 1. Click 2 HQ. Bankroll, Paragon. Yes, use Paragon. Bottom that for now. You're holding Bulwark.
Hmm.
Interesting. Run HQ. Arc lockdown. Run HQ. Hostile
Oh,
takeover. Okay.
you found it.
So your hand right now is Bulwark, Tithonium, Arc lockdown, and hostile takeover. All right. Well, not for long. Anyway, I have to discard down. I'm gonna discard this. I'm gonna discard. You. And yeah, I'll install some crowdfunding. Yeah, I'll install some crowdfunding. Yeah, I'll install some crowdfunding.
That seems pretty good.
I should elaborate on a couple actions that the Corp has. As the runner's tag, they can always pay 2 to trash a resource. These are generally, like, cards that, like, hardware is a lot harder to get rid of. You know, resources are a little more fragile. The Corp can also spend their entire turn purging virus counters. This card here, Amakua. Okay, yeah, fine.
Plug in the leak.
Fine. What did you draw? That's the question. Hmm.
You do know that the 3 cards that I had in my hand last turn couldn't have been put into that server.
Right. You top
So it
deck
must have been the card
something.
I drew. Yep.
So you either put Tithonium or Bulwark in front of HQ, both which have a Trasher program sub. No, yeah, both have a Trasher program sub. 5 strength on Tithonium, Bulwark,
Is 8 strength,
8
10 to res.
strength, 10 to res. Okay. I'm playing. Okay, let's.
Jens and I just went to a tournament last weekend.
Yeah. I well believe the game is still alive. How much do I want to go into? Okay. Well, part of the rules of the current setup is that, like, no matter what, like, you can proxy anything. People, like, if you didn't own any cards and wanted to play, Jinteki.net is a pretty good way to learn. Alright, I'm gonna run archives first. Let's get some options. Bankroll, Paragon. Yes, use Paragon. I think we want that. Run archives again.
Oh, and I got 7 counters on Turtle.
Run R&D.
There it comes.
Break sub. Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
You get my giant bankroll.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. All right.
And let's
Oh,
Embezzle.
you got 7 counters on Amakua?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's do this.
I stole one. You're right. I do have 7 on here, not 8. You're gonna get me for that, actually. Alright, so you gain 2. You trash. Yeah.
So you trash a program, and then you gain 2 and end the run.
Yep.
All
And
right.
discard that. It's fine. Okay, so Bulwark res. Okay, Rashida to refill. Any tips for teaching decks? That's a hard question.
There are some lists out there if you do a little bit of looking around. I don't know if there's any that are updated to like the current card pool, but I
Yeah.
know that there's some that are using only the core set and only the revised core.
Yeah. Okay, so you get a lot of money.
You actually trashed your turtle?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So because in my mind it had 8 strength, but I stole an agenda, which means it didn't get a counter. So we need to reassess how we're getting through your stuff, which I've got a plan for. Don't worry. There's always a
Oh,
plan.
I'm not worried.
I'm sad I didn't get to embezzle and trash your other piece of ice, but you know. Alright, how much bad pub you got? 2? I like that. But yeah, teaching decks. So one thing I would do is if I was going to teach this game, I would not include like I would honestly not include things like snare or um like high profile target in the teaching deck. Because without like those are cards you know exist and therefore you play around rather than like maybe one trap, maybe something like a breach dome is a bit more of a fair trap or something like that. But like cards that are just like whoops you lost feel really bad for teaching decks. I tend to like either like I remember liking Shaper versus HB as far as like a deck like that goes. You get to kind of see the game as it tends to play out. Well, it's not how you play land destruction in teaching Magic. It's like how you don't play, like... Because, you know, that exists. Like, because Scorched Earth or things like that end the game, you know? The game's over if somebody plays high profile target. And that's just a card like, oh, whoops, that exists. That's more of a, like, post thing you let people know about. Okay.
Playing a card that I've never played before here.
Play only if the runner's accessed one card in the last turn. If trace 4 if successful trash and installed. No. Match that.
All right, seems good.
You don't teach Magic with Trinosphere. That's... Alright, so let's go. Click 1. Click 2. Install Corroder. Uh,
You've got a barrier breaker, and I have barriers. Hey there. Oh wow, we're just doing it.
yep.
We're just doing it. All right. Yep.
So we're accessing a lot of cards. Successful run. Trigger Paragon. Use Paragon. No, we want that. And I get to access 6. Okay. Card from deck. Okay. Card from deck. Okay. Card from deck. Okay. Card from deck. Card from deck. Bam!
Ah, you got it. The last one.
Last one.
Good game. Good
Yeah.
game.
I don't know if it was necessary to do that, but I think you were going to defend R&D the moment I showed this.
Yeah. Yeah. I should have read that as more of a weakness because it literally costs you 0 to get it once you install a fractor.
Right. And any fractor can do it. Even if I'm not playing Corroder, Tycoon could do it for the same cost.
Yeah.
And I do have the threat of like hyper multi-access.
I thought about just throwing down my 5-3 in that server, but
Your ice is
if you have
I'm holding an inside job at the moment, which makes that
right, yeah, that was the fear.
yeah. I like the deck in the sense that you res some scary as hell ice. So
Yeah,
like
this is meant to be more of like a rig shooter, so it's kind of a more traditional style corp, I'd say, where you're trying to match the runner's board and mess with their board while scoring out points.
so one of the things that's really powerful in the deck that Dakota's playing is the arc lockdown. A lot of decks only play two things. A lot of decks only play like one or two of their type of breaker because you don't want to like overcommit on cards that are dead once you draw one. And two, as Nat had, there are some breakers that install from the heap. And they only install from the heap when they're encountering a piece of ice they could break. So if like, you know, you're playing against an Anarch and they have Black Orchestra in their heap and you see like two of them down there, you arc lock down Black Orchestra, they no longer have a way of getting through an entire subtype of ice, which gives your deck a lot more teeth. Speaking of teeth, your deck has that in spades.
Yeah, it's not playing any meat damage, but it's playing a lot of rig shooter cards.
Yeah. So
Yeah, your runner, man. Your runner is a mean runner.
it basically, I really feel like Lisa is powerful enough that I want to play Lisa because she can win almost any game that isn't against Boom
Yeah.
or against high profile target. And that's why I like her so much. She's blatant in what she does, and the addition of the new addition, the counter surveillance. Oh, that card's nuts.
The card is really good.
Yeah. All right.
It's basically like the best multi-access that I've seen in this game.
Yeah. Usually multi-access is a lot.
I mean, it like costs all your money, but you usually have money anyways because you're stealing it from the corp and all that.
Yeah. All right. Want to do one more? Like,
Sure.
you want to, I'll corp, you run, sort of thing?
Yeah, we can do one more. Sure.
Right. I want to give 10 in one more rundown and see if that'll work. Or maybe it'll blow up. This is how we test. So me and Dakota, like, have played a lot of this together. Again, to the point
We have.
does she have any
Yeah.
defense against meat damage? No. Against little bits, no. But against 30? Nah. You can't stop that much. But yeah, no, we've played a lot of this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you're interested in playing, Jinteki.net, it's literally just Jinteki.net is the site. You can sign up for free. You can build decks, play against people. Just it's great. Oh, I can play my Chronos Protocol deck.
Oh.
That one's so dumb. Alright, let's mulligan this. Okay.
Yeah, same.
Alright. And credit. Not much defense against Black Ops kicking in your door and murdering you, indeed. Okay. You can. There is a card. So here's the thing: a lot of the meat damage blocking cards are resources, and as I mentioned, if you are tagged, you can pay two to trash a resource. So the sacrificial clone is a resource that you can just trash it. I don't care about this. Ugh.
Right, and since you're tagging yourself, the corp usually has a few clicks free to do that before they blast you.
Right.
Whereas normally the corp would spend their whole turn both tagging the runner and killing them, and wouldn't have the clicks needed to trash a resource. Actually, can I undo that click?
Yeah.
I'm going to do it on click 2. I just have another 10
Sure. Go for it.
and then get back in my hand, but whatever.
It's in a temporary zone. Does that show for you?
All right, I just put it back in my hand. That was weird. I didn't know it did that, but okay. Click 1. Let's have peace.
Peace! Oh, okay. So play only first, and only if the corp scored no agendas during his or last turn. Gain 10, the corp gains 5. You cannot run. I'll take peace. Oh god, are you just going straight into more Rozekis?
Go ahead.
Alright, let's... Click 1.
Ginger. Yeah, that's a pretty good upgrade, I'd say.
Alright. People would forget that you can't run. Peace in our time, run on click 4. You know, whatever. Okay, Katie, clone chip. Sure. Tenant, high, target you, draw. Okay. Alright.
That is a big R&D you got there, sir.
Oh, yeah, I don't want you in this server. Oh, yeah, sure.
Poke into archives.
That's fine. Cards that reward you for playing a bunch of copies of the one card. There's like, making an entrance, those like the 6-ofs?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are cards like you can play 6 of them and then they do a thing for the more of them you have. Oh, Fear the Masses too. Oh god. Alright. Sure, SMC, what are you grabbing? Oh my god, sure.
Getting them all out.
Alright. Alright.
Just
Ice.
the biggest servers, yeah.
Ice!
See, I know 2 of them. You have a Tithonium and a Surveyor, which is a total of 14 credits to res, so I doubt you can actually res all. Nonetheless, it is still terrifying.
See, here's my plan. If I make the server tall enough, it starts encroaching on your territory.
I just can't play more cards then.
Then I have you defeated.
It's brilliant.
Okay, that's the extra mem and gain when you break something. First time in a turn. One is draw. Two is draw. Three is archives. Alright. So, one of the powerful things I have here that I can talk about because I showed it to Dakota is my ice called Surveyor. Surveyor here is a restricted card. You can only play one restricted card in your deck, but you can play as many copies of that card as you'd like. Surveyor has strength equal to twice the number of ice protecting the server it's on, and its abilities have trace X, where X is that number as well. So there's 5 ice on the server, so that Surveyor is 10 strength, trace 10, trace 10 on its abilities. So even the barrier breaker that you had played in the previous game with this, that gets like +6 strength, needs to double activate to get up there.
Yeah, starts to get real expensive.
Indeed. Sure. So you've got 6 mem, leprechaun, so you can host everything. Your deck has so many programs. So
Yeah. And then that's
hey,
gonna be
there it
hosted on the
is.
Leprechaun.
Yeah, there's the lamb. Hell yeah.
Yeah, this deck plays a lot of programs. Most runners typically don't play more than maybe 5 or 6 mem worth of programs. This one plays probably more like 10 or 12 or something. Oh, making a remote, are you? Gotta put your Rashida somewhere. Oh no. Oh. Uh-oh. Fast advance.
So
Okay.
normally you'd only be able to install advance a card, but the couple of cards I just played both allow me to sidestep that, allowing me to place counters quicker than normal. This has a scroll bar now, so I can go ahead and score my improved protein source. This is a 4-3, which is more efficient than a 5-3, but whenever it's scored or stolen, the runner gains $4.
That's pretty good to score from hand.
Yeah, scoring 3 points from hand though, I'm in. I'm part of the way there now. That's all I need.
Alright, let's see. 8 credits. Yeah, let's do this.
Time to just start making big runs. Big money, big prizes. Oh shit, can't go there. Um,
Hey.
let's get big. Costs you a pretty penny to break, so.
Hmm. Yeah, okay. We'll clone chip for the SMC.
Oh, I love this. And
We'll use the SMC.
so that costs you 2 plus. So self-modifying code here is grab anything. Oh, okay. We're just gonna get through, huh?
Then I will paint it a barrier, serve it to the back, and break it.
Okay, so go ahead and roll through. Because you have to. So painted a barrier.
Oh, right. Paint it a barrier. Yeah, add 6 strength. And I already spent the 2 to break it. I did it in the wrong order.
Okay.
But I'm also going to use Surfer here.
Okay. So then you surf. That costs
Switches
you
them.
good money, but it gets you through. I'm fine with you spending 13 credits.
Yep. I do gain 2 for breaking.
Okay. Let's see what you... Ah,
And we'll get
baddie!
that out of here. Get that out of here.
So baddie here costs 1 to trash.
Icing archives.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah,
You
net
have no
damage...
face down cards in archives.
Well, yes, that's correct. So yeah, net damage is damage done through the net, like electronic damage, feedback from like your rig exploding, your VR headset overloading. Meat damage is 3 people with a gun walked in my house. You know? Yep.
Three people, one gun. Each of them gets tried for 1/3 of a murder.
All right, employee strike. I got news for you.
Oh no. No, stop.
Okay. Yeah, 3 people sharing one gun. And brain damage is like net damage, but like permanent, you know, is generally it's rare. It's very rare that brain damage happens. Haas Bioroid, one of the factions we haven't played, and one of my personal favorite factions, is the Keeper of Brain Damage. Wayland, well, Wayland Yutani, of course, is the Keeper of Meat Damage. Jinteki keeps net damage. And Mien, keeps information. They know everything. You're clicking for credits?
Yep.
Yeah, you realized the secret here.
You have no money.
I'm a little broke. No action. Uh-huh. No action. Uh-huh. No action. Uh-huh. This looks really like, oh my god, look how much this is, but I don't have any cash. No action. No action. Like, I can't do jack about this. Ha!
Okay, yeah.
Ooh, breach dome. And it got the RDI. Oh, that feels good.
And last click, Katie.
Okay. Credit. Credit. Hedge.
Yeah, okay.
Let's get paid. I mean, so Netrunner also pays a lot of homage to a ton of different things. If the name Wayland didn't tip you off to that, they reference to aliens or aliens. There's a lot of things in the game that. Oh wow. 10!
Yeah, that's a big surveyor.
Hey.
Alright, paint a barrier. Actually, wait. See, 3 plus 2. Yeah, no, it's still more efficient, I think.
Yeah, as is being mentioned, you actually might be real for that weird multi-access that is way over-designed. The name a number, then pick all the numbers you control, then indexing for that much.
Oh, shoot. I think I'm 1 credit short. Oh, no.
Well, do you think you can get past the final piece of ice? Can you do it?
I don't know. I'm good. I think I have 1 extra. And then break all.
Ooh, alright, you get in and access too.
I should gain 2 for that, I think.
Yeah. So,
Huh. Maybe it's not automatic. I guess I just assumed that it was.
I guess game 2, because let me see if it was up somewhere on this. No. Hmm. Anyway, no action. You get the access. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yoink.
Yeah! Alright, medical breakthrough. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that one actually helps you. In fact, it might just be game here.
Um... A big +6 strength. Okay. Gain 2 for each advanced card I have.
Yep.
Oh, Surfer breaks it. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Okay. So you've kind of got enough money to make like one big run like that every like 2 or 3 turns, sort of the setup, ain't it? Okay.
Let's do it.
What is this garbage?
Let's do it. Coming in.
No. No res.
Hey, another surveyor. Okay.
Like,
Oh crap, I'm one short.
yes!
No! No!
Yeah.
Damn it, damn it. I should have just pulled that. I have one click left. I should have just pulled the credit.
You didn't pull a credit.
Serves me right for not counting before I make a run.
Our
Yeah,
runner,
it fires.
our runner here is Woo, the NetSpace Thrill Seeker. All right, I'm gonna fire some subs at you then.
Yeah, you got it.
And I'm gonna fire and the run at you. Yep. Okay, you already ended it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how it gives you the option to jack out during encounter. But I suppose if there's ever like something that breaks, you need to have the option to just get out.
Yeah. So shapers again tend to be like creators. Like shapers tend to be creators. Anarchs tend to be destructors, and criminals tend to be thieves.
Tend to do crimes.
Okay.
Dang. I should have pulled that credit, man.
Yeah, that would have let you get in. I guess we'll get to see what the top 2 were, if that would have like paid off for you or not. So draw. Yeah, the politician I'm playing is a criminal. Blue is criminal, so. Um. Okay.
Cool, you didn't trash my Katie. Thank you.
No problem. I'm worrying about my cash, not yours. Okay.
Try to rebuild.
Mandatory draw. Get paid. I'll make, what was that? $11.
That's some money there.
Yep. Diesel. Anarchs are Anarch for a reason. Let's go ahead and trigger, targeting you. Draw. Ooh, that's a funny one. But no, we're going to... advance and score our final points.
Yeah, nice. Good
So,
game.
we get to show a corp winning through scoring points here.
Hmm.
So, fast advancing without creating a server to play defenses, is a common thread across all four factions. They all have a way of doing it in some manner. Tenon in this is the Jinteki, whereas you have like in Wayland you've got the dedication ceremony. NBN has that upgrade, and HB has Biotic.
Yeah, HP just likes to gain more clicks
Yeah.
and let them advance more.
Let me quick. People are asking about different factions, so I'll give a little bit of talking about them. HB here is again they're playing the most normal game. They play ice. They play ice with teeth generally, and ice that is bioroids. These sort of like AI alive sort of ice that you can click through rather than break, which generally means they're stronger than normal, but have that drawback of being able to being able to just be walked through. They have a lot of cards that play around with ice, and they also have ways to gain clicks. Yeah, let me go to the next faction. Jinteki, as we've been playing, has teeth. They have a lot of tricks, traps, and a lot of ways to play around with those. They can rearrange their ice with a lot of different effects. This is not great on a lot of cards, really good on some. Thimble, uh,
Thimblerig.
Thimble Rig. They also are the game of the faction of mind tricks. Mushin no Shin is probably the best one to show off for that. As an additional cost to play this operation, spend a second click, install an asset agenda or upgrade from HQ in a new remote, advance it 3 times. You cannot score it or res it until your next turn. So great. Like, what if? So then you have to ask yourself: is that an agenda I'm attempting to score, or is that a Project Junebug, which, if accessed, does 2 net damage for each advancement counter on it? You know, so the mind games of Jinteki are one of their main things. Wayland. Wayland's rich, right? That's their thing.
Yep. Whalen loves to make the money.
Wayland makes the cash. Wayland blows you up.
Whalen gets the bad pub. They don't care.
Wayland has huge ice, and a lot of ways to murder. They make money. They kill you, and they have government takeover. One of the funniest agendas. I love this thing. 6 points.
Yeah, best agenda in the game.
Yeah. I don't know if we explained the corp has a they must run a certain amount of agenda points.
Oh yeah, that's important to know.
Like if I go over to 10 in here, you'll notice that I'm playing agenda points 20. Depending on where your deck is, you have to run a certain amount of agenda points. Tenon Institute, for instance, is 45, which is 45 to 49. It's that range. It's weird. Corp decks generally play the top. Almost every card game, the common sense is play minimum deck size, right? Netrunner's the one card game I've ever seen where that gets broken by everybody. Right? It's Like, have you ever played a 45 card card deck?
I don't think I have. No.
No, because you want to dilute it so that there's less agendas for them to take. If you're playing 45 to 49, you have to include 19 or 20 agenda points. Every up or down adds or removes 2 from that number. So if your ident lets you play 40, you have to play 17 to 18 points. If your ident makes you play 50, you have to include 21 to 22 points. But yeah, this is the only game where I've ever seen it where this is what it's panned out to. Everybody plays 49 in their corp deck. Or 44 or such.
Yep. Some play 54 for
Mathematical
certain
consistency, yeah.
right. Yeah, there's certain compositions of agendas where you want more cards, you can play bigger agendas to further reduce the number of points in your deck, or at least the number of cards that have points in your deck overall.
So if you're playing a deck that doesn't win off of scoring points, is the biggest part. You might not care about ever drawing your agendas. Like the Wayland deck I played, all of its agendas are just there for being agendas. In that instance, playing up on agenda points, or maybe it's 20 to 21 and not 19 to 20.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2021
I said the
45.
wrong numbers. I just thought of it, but in certain decks, you might actually want to be on 22 because it's the same amount of cards that are in your deck that are worth points, but you get to dilute it a little more and play more options.
Yep.
NBN is the Corporation of Information. They have all the tagging, almost all the tagging, Wayland, and like everybody else has a couple of cards, but if you're trying to tag somebody, NBN's where you go. They also have a pretty good amount of cash, probably second to
I don't know. I don't think they're second.
Well,
they're probably
no,
third.
yeah, probably. Now that I think about it, you're right because HB kind of has more cash going,
Right.
cash flow going.
Right.
Sorry, I always think of them as more cash because they used to have Sweeps Week, and I don't think Sweeps Week is in. Right,
Yeah, no, that's gone.
Jackson. Oh, hey Jackson, how you doing? Oh, Jackson.
Lord and Savior Jackson Howard.
Yeah, all assets gain advertisement. You might ask yourself, why the hell does that matter? There's a ident spark. The first time you res an advertisement, the runner loses a buck. The museum did a few things wrong. Yeah. But yeah, and then we have the runner factions. We've got Anarch. Anarch is all about crash the system. They have a lot of offensive options for trashing ice, trashing cards in hand. Edward Kim here trashes the first operation accessed. Valencia starts with a bad pub, so free money for making all these runs. Max is so good. God, holy crap, the Anarch box was so good.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my god, Max trashes the top 2 cards of the stack of her stack and draws one every turn. She's also got a lot of where's day job. Hell yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of like offensive options in hey Chopbot.
Yeah, this is by far my favorite faction.
Yeah. They have a lot of tricks as well. Not as many as Shaper. I think Shaper has the most like weird tricks with timing windows thanks to self-modifying code.
Yeah, they have the most instant speed stuff.
Yeah.
Wonton destruction.
Yeah, destroy wontons. Where's yeah.
I think it was up maybe.
Yeah, there it is. Destroy wonton. You can spend clicks to make your opponent trash cards equal to the number of clicks you spend on it. So if you play it on 1, run HQ, make it. Spend your other 3, they discard 3 cards at random. You get the him +1. Shaper is, again, probably the faction of building, the faction of creation. They have a lot of these, like, building a rig, building very powerful breakers that can do a lot of things going on. Where is the monolith? Yeah, the monolith. Hey, so it's finally the end of the game. Is the professor good yet?
No.
Damn.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Still not good.
Technically, he's better than he's ever been before, but
right, but that's still. They have a lot of just like they can raise strength of their breakers a lot easier than any other factions. Professor's ability is Professor has 1 influence, but all programs, the first copy of those programs costs nothing for influence. So your deck can maybe have more influence than normal. The problem being that usually this means your deck is full of like one of jank programs, and you probably were better just playing like Haley.
Yep. You also get to play no out of faction resources
You
or
Yeah,
events
you get one
or
stim
any of that.
hack. you
Yep.
get your free
Yep.
stim hack. Again, I also want to show off. You can see the cards at the bottom. These are the Nisei created cards, and they have their own look. They're pretty rad. So let me go up and show Kate, the first runner for Shaper. Lowers the install cost of hardware and or program you install each turn by one. Kate also had Magnum Opus, which I don't think. There it is. Magnum Opus, 5 costs, 2 mem, click for 2. Just upgrades your credit gaining abilities. Normally you can just click for a credit. However, now the card that references Kate in here is pretty cool because there's one of these for each of the base runners. The artist, it has both the ability of Kate and the ability of Magnum Opus. It's pretty rad. Criminal is my favorite faction. This is the one that has always spoken to me. Criminal is the faction of winning the game with nothing in play. Criminal is the faction of doing so much bullshit with events your opponent doesn't know what the hell to do. Criminal is also the faction of a lot of like kind of weird drip money, and honestly the faction of kind of bad one-shot breakers.
Yeah.
Well, good one-shot breakers, but one-shot all the same. Like even they even have a runner that kind of wants to be using them in Armand Walker Geist. Whenever you use a trash ability, draw a card. But yeah, they have a lot of ways of interacting with cards on the table. They have a lot of Fisk Investment Seminar. They have a lot of tricks that mean they can do like political operative lets them trash cards even if they don't make a run to touch them, which is very powerful. Criminals have factions of weird run events like CBI Raid. Yep. But yeah, so Criminal's my favorite faction because of how offensive they are. They're always moving, they're always walking in the front door, and they're always making the corp be on their toes. Now, I said there's 3 runner factions and 4 corp factions, but that's not necessarily true. There was a box that introduced the mini factions.
Yep.
We have Sunny. She's a Sunny Lobo security specialist. She's pretty great. She is like all her ability is that she has 2 link. The link number in the top left is the starting number for traces, meaning that like tracing Sunny is a lot harder on effects that do trace. Sunny has a lot of cards that play around with link, and give donuts to nice secretaries to get information. Netrunner asks you to build 2 discrete decks. Yes, yeah, she's yeah, as it says here, we got the white hat and the black hat. But yeah, you build a corp deck and a runner deck when you go to tournaments and you play both. But yeah, she gets paid. She has GlobeSec, security clearance because she works for GlobeSec, which also means she makes a good runner because she has all that access. Adam is a like Bioroid who starts the game with directives that inform how he has to play. Safety first reduces your max hand size by 1, but when you end your turn, draw a card if you're not at max. Always be running makes you run on click 1, but you can click through a subroutine on a piece of ice at any point. Neutralize all threats means that you have to trash the first card you access, but when you access HQ, you get 2 accesses. And you start playing with 3 of these directives. There's a 4th directive in Find the Truth, though. So, like, you start... It's really interesting playing Adam because you start with these, like, very strange abilities, and you can turn them off by sacking the card, which is kind of shown here on independent thinking. Trash up to 5 installed cards and draw cards for each if you like to turn off your directives as a Bioroid. You don't have to follow the rules. You're a living being, damn it.
I just love the art there. He just has a bloody hammer
Yeah,
in his hands.
yeah, the bloody hammer. He's also got some very strong cards like multi-threader. Uh, a lot of these runners have high influence values because all of the main factions are out of faction for him. Then there's the final one. You want to talk about Apex?
Sure. Apex is a rogue AI that has been unleashed on the net. Um, Probably the weirdest runner out of all the factions. Uh, the whole the whole shtick with Apex is that he can install cards face down without paying their install cost, and then you can use those cards, sacrificing them to do various things like breaking ice, preventing damage, gaining credits, drawing cards. But his signature move, his coolest card, is called Apocalypse, which is an event that requires you to have made a successful run on R&D, HQ, and archives. When you play it, you trash all installed corp cards and then turn all of your cards face down. So you just nuke the entire runner's board or corpse board, and it is hilarious every time
Yeah. So
you get to use it.
for the most part, generally, like the like Anarch can trash your stuff, and you can lose your stuff by like having it trashed for the trash cost. But for the most part, like ice isn't the easiest thing in the world to get rid of once you paid for it. Apocalypse here just says, fuck it all. It's great.
Yeah, pretty cool. I've been trying to get a deck to work for Apex, but it's tough. He is so different from every runner.
Yeah, and that's everybody. That's all the factions. There aren't many factions on the corp side. There's just you know all these odds and ends. But yeah, that's Netrunner's a sweet game. Uh, I kind of want to keep playing more of it as like just so we keep on our toes.
Heck yeah, I'm in. Anytime you want to get a game in, just let me know.
Sweet. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's about all I'm gonna do for tonight. We're about 10 here, so probably should sound it off. But yeah, think we can do some more of this in the future, and hopefully we can kind of keep getting people interested in this. Keep you. I love this game and I love showing it off. So
Yeah, this is definitely my favorite card game that I've ever played.
yeah, but yeah. So if you're interested in playing it again, gintechie.net, you can just go jump on here, build the deck, play with some of the snapshot core set decks. Whatever you want. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, and if you still feel like you don't know how to play, there's tons of videos on YouTube, people explaining the game in more detail and how to build decks and that kind of stuff. There's a lot of great content out there if you look for it.
Yeah, and you can always, if I'm ever doing something like this, always, ask, one of us or anybody else. Everybody's always happy to help. I'm only on Discord. I don't have Slack. I don't use that. Anyway, but yeah, if you want to catch more streams like this, I'm sure we'll be doing more of this in the future. You can always follow, see when it goes live. You can subscribe for the cool skull, things like that. But really, I just want to make sure people get to know about this game and see more of it. I know it's not a game that everybody's familiar with. It's one I've talked about a lot, but uh, yeah. So maybe next time we can build some more. Maybe we can show off that dumb fist deck.
All right, sure.
All right. So anyway, that's gonna be all for today. So good night, everybody.